If you're a gamer, you will die empty. It's a primary school. I'm a young kid and it's late night and I'm enjoying myself under the blanket. I'm doing something that I will regret doing later and it will be my addiction for long years. I'm playing games with my classmates, online game called Clash Royale, where we need to put some cards on the fields and to fight each other. A strange game, but at the time it was amazing. It ruined my sleep because it's 3 a.m. I'm playing, I need to get up for school the next day, and I need to get up at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and the morning is ruined completely, just ruined. A year has passed and nothing has changed. I'm still playing the games, maybe not that late at night, but still in the school, at home, instead of doing homework and reading and enjoying the life, I'm playing, and playing. So does my friends. Probably you've heard so many times the phrase that our life is like a game and we're the main character and we need to live our life as we play games to develop our character, to boost our skills, to get some new points and all of this stuff. You've heard that so many times, I'm sure. But have you really understood what that means? You're developing a character in the game instead of developing your character. I repeated it, but yeah, just think about it. Imagine the tycoon game. You know, these games when you need to boost your, I don't know, maybe a fabric, I don't know how to call it. Maybe an office or something when you're a big boss in the game and you need to hire people so they could farm you money and you expand, develop. It's like a really swampy place to be in, these games, when you're just infinitely developing your game. You're hiring new people, they're working for you, making you money. And just imagine for a second that you are in that tycoon game, but you're not the big boss who is hiring people, but you are the worker who is being hired by the big boss. And sad part is that it really is a tycoon game. Any game that you're playing, I don't know, Fortnite is a bad example, but any game. I'm not a gamer anymore, so I don't know what games exist today. Imagine that you are that small character who farms money for that big boss, because you are. You're playing his game, you're making him money, and you're exchanging your own life for his pleasure, for his money, and probably he will buy a supercar with your help because you're just playing his products, you're playing his game in both senses. His literal game that he's made for you and his life's game because of you. He can afford different things. You're helping him to develop his game and his life. You're exchanging your life for a life of a different person. Just think for a second, is it worth anything to exchange your own life for the life of other person who will enjoy it? And he is enjoying it. He's expanding his business, treating his loved ones, and doing this every day. He enjoys it, but you are just playing the game and nothing more. Isn't it sad? I don't know. You decide. So, how to actually enjoy the life without playing the games? I've come to the conclusion that there are maybe a couple of ways. The first one, you need to add some activities that make you alive into your life, into your daily life. It may be extremal sports or just sports in general. It can be communicating with your family because they're alive for limited amounts of time, and it makes you alive when you communicate with them. And another thing is a gratitude. You need to express gratitude as much as possible, because this thing, it's actually a magic thing. I will talk about it more later, but just mark my words, it's a magical thing. And when you express gratitude, you're in the moment, you're feeling well, and you really enjoy it. A lot of people can do that. Most of the people can't do that. So it's a useful skill to get. About extremal sports. I'm a mountain biker. I like jumping stuff when my knees are just bending and I can't do anything properly. This feel of being scared and the adrenaline that is rushing through your veins, it's just making me alive, and it's much more pleasurable and exciting than the video game, because the video games you're just playing. In the real life you're experiencing and you're actively participating in it. So it's like a video game, but in the real life. Also, the more complicated concept is a baseline of your happiness. So if we imagine that your life is like a string on a graph, like this graph, and string is going, your baseline is here and the video games are here. So it's a spike. When you're playing, you're leveling up your happiness, and that's why you want to play, because it gives you happiness actually. But what if you level up the baseline of your happiness to here? So now playing video games is not that exciting because your baseline covers it. And you need to figure out how to do that. First of all, you need to remove the big dopamine spikers. Activities that spike your levels of happiness. Dopamine is not a hormone of happiness, but like liberal science. You need to remove the big dopamine spikers in order to level up your baseline levels of happiness. For example, big dopamine spikers are junk food, video games, actually, porn. It's the probably one of the most difficult ones to quit and the most strength requiring to quit. Sweets, it's junk food, and you know all this stuff, like only the big ones. Then when you'll start to notice that you're feeling less tired, more happy, and just more stable in your life as a whole, you've achieved it, and your games will be here, your life will be here, and probably it will solve your problem. But you need to figure out in yourself what can you remove from your life or add to your life in order to level up this baseline from here to here and to be able to quit the games. You don't need to actually fight the addiction of the games. You just need to be not interested in it. It's much easier. When you fight, it's your opponent. You're fighting against it. It's not on your team. But when you're just not interested, you're just not interested. You're not fighting. You're not resisting. You're just not interested. It's so easy and yet so hard to achieve. So I suggest you to add some activities that makes you alive. For example, extremal sports, maybe speed ones. I don't know, do anything exciting, do anything you want, find your passion in life. I like playing guitar, dancing jazz dances. I like riding mountain bike. I like a lot of stuff, and maybe that's why I'm not playing the video games. Improve your baseline of happiness, add these activities, remove the big dopamine spikers, and probably you will see some results. Hope it helps you.